What? This is a hidden immunity item. Sula, your tribe has spoken.
I'd rather burn it than go home with it in my pocket. My name was out there. I'm not gonna act like I could read everybody perfectly.
This most recent tribal, I was able to accurately predict the distribution of votes and who were the votes, and so I feel like that gives me a lot of power. You know, that idol, unlike Max's, was used to literally save me, and so I feel like I got the best value I could out of that idol.
Scott's the one that made Max think that he was on the challenge
Yeah.
this time, and that's why he played that idol.
And he's playing it well, but Scott told me, hey, don't let up on Max because we can maybe get him to use the idol. It's a lot of, it's hard to trust. I don't know.
Did you know he had one?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he just find it, or did he have it
He
from
found
before?
it today.
Okay.
I mean, they're talking about me right over there right now, so what are you gonna do? You know, you gotta play the idol.
Welcome to your next immunity challenge. This is a classic Survivor individual immunity challenge. The way it works, each player has a station. You're gonna sit in a chair. You have a board which can rotate. You're going to use only your 2 feet to create a stacked 3-tiered block structure. You have 8 blocks of each color. You're creating a circle of red blocks, you're creating a circle of blue blocks, and a circle of green on top. When you finish all 3 of those, you have a cardboard that says immunity on it. Grab it with your feet and use your feet to place it on top of the 3 stacks. First person to get that and to have it not immediately fall over wins the game. You want to know what you're playing for?
Yeah.
Individual immunity. The winner also will be eating our nice grill out dinner that we're preparing. Aww. Big steak. This challenge is on. A lot of different strategies off the game. Some people placing blocks, some people reorganizing. Some people just getting them on the board, others moving them into place quickly. New Matt off to an early lead. Alan's got something going. Matt working on his 2nd tier now. Lori's got a circle forming on her 1st layer. Scott forming his circle. Old Matt got a circle. Alan's moving on to her 2nd tier. New Matt on his 2nd tier. Benton got maybe what looks like it could be a circle. Max now moving on to his 2nd tier. Lori on her 2nd tier. new Matt in the lead. He's the player to catch. Scott has a little chaos, a bit of a fall. Ellen's working on her second tier, making good progress. Old Matt making good progress. Ellen, one block away from completing the second tier, right on New Matt's tail. New Matt places his first block on the third tier. No one else has made it to the third tier yet. New Matt loses a couple blocks. That might be the opening that somebody else needs. Ellen is about to start on her third. Lori's still working on her second tier. It's anybody's game right now. Matt trying to place his difficult final block of his second tier. Ellen on her third tier. It is Ellen's challenge to lose right now. New Matt looking to rebuild. Scott was very close, but he loses. Benton with a fall. Mike is making slow but steady progress. Matt loses again.
Piece of shit.
Ellen is 2 blocks away from losing challenge. Lori
Closer.
placing third tier blocks. Kate placing third tier blocks. Ellen loses most of her third tier. That's an opening that someone else critically needs. Lori and Kate each place a second block. Old Matt now.
Focus, new Matt. Focus.
Matt getting really close now. He needs 2 more blocks. Ellen's looking to rebuild. Ellen with another fall. Ellen with a disastrous fall. Lori hanging in there. 3 blocks on the third tier. Old Matt is very close to sealing this game. Oh, another fall for new Matt. His final block. Matt has all of his blocks placed. He's now trying to place the platform. Can old Matt do it?
Holy shit.
He's lowering it. Slowly lowering it. Matt places this platform. Old Matt wins individual immunity. Old Matt, individual immunity, safe from the vote, will not be voted out next.
Nice.
In addition, old Matt eating dinner with us.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little reward. But Matt, I'm sure you want to share that with a friend, right?
Whoa.
I'll let you pick one person to join you.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna pick Ellen because she was so close.
He's like still working on it.
Matt and Ellen eating dinner.
Don't do
Matt, I'll let you pick another person.
Oh, sorry, that's my stomach growling.
I'm gonna pick Max. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
All right, Matt, Max, and Ellen eating dinner. Matt, I'm going to let you pick one final person to join.
Scott.
Scott, Max, Ellen, Matt, dinner with us. The rest of you, got nothing for you. Got a date with me in tribal council.
Obviously, this is satisfying. I wish I had grown it. I don't like having to pick, and I think that it put me in the position of drawing a line in the sand and really putting my cards down way faster than I wanted to. Last vote, I did a really good job of working with a lot of people and getting a lot of people to trust me and feel close to me. And I definitely feel that this is gonna fuck a lot of that up.
Been freaking me out. I think he was like legit hurt that Matt did not invite him to dinner. He was like, I don't even know what that means, and I think it means he's coming out.
Because we've been on the same team this whole time, and it's been this like, hey, Matt's together, like we trust each other. The fact that I didn't get an invite after 4 invites, I think that was to me. Weird. But I think it's him saying he sees me as the next one off. No, he sees me as the next one off, and he doesn't. He wants to form new alliances.
You don't think he's utilizing you as like?
No. He didn't. He like didn't make eye contact with me as he picked other people.
I don't think there's one at this beach volleyball court unless someone's already gotten it. I'll be perfectly honest, people were saying, stop throwing your name out there a lot, Max. I played my idol, but everyone saying my name was out there.
Yeah. I'll be honest, it's because they're correct. I knew you had a immunity idol.
How'd you know I had it? Because I didn't look in that bird feeder when we went there, and then I went back.
You just seemed like you found it already. Like the way you were acting, and I really wanted you to play it. But are you willing to put that behind us?
Oh, yeah. I think we have to talk at this dinner.
Obviously, this is our preliminary talk. We'll all go into our little couple groups and everything, and
there's major dinner talk going on the volleyball court. Yeah.
We have this group reading with. I think I got Kate. I think Kate brings Mike. I think that's a group of 5. We go forward. We leave out Benton, Lori, and Matt.
New Matt for the next vote.
Yeah.
Why new Matt over Benton?
He's played a better game than Benton so far. If it goes to a jury, I think they'd pick new Matt over Benton.
I could see Matt being a vote we can use, maybe more than Benton's vote.
So you still think you have Matt like under lock?
I still feel like there's a lot more reliability with Matt than with Benton.
Max, I'm surprised you're not going for Benson over that. Just
I'll go with either of them. I'll go with all the weak those days. I want to form a group. I know, but now I feel like he's weaker. Either Benton or new Matt. Oh, can you do that to Benton? I know you guys have gotten close.
We were helping each other early on, but I'm not like making any promises or anything. I'm good with new Matt. That's what I want to do last time. So like,
do you think he's a stronger challenge guy?
Yeah.
I would guess they're voting for me. I'll be said. I know that I was heavily discussed prior to school.
I trust you a little more now because I thought you were bullshitting me about voting for school.
I think there has to be something here. If I find it right in front of you guys, you'll see it. Is this a bad look for me to be looking for idols in front of us?
I guarantee you they do not think you're looking for an idol.
Oh, I guarantee you they think you're looking.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Baby Max. Poor paranoid boy. This is the behavior of a man who doesn't care that everyone is watching him just walking around looking like this for idols.
I'm here with a shovel trying to dig up like this
the whole time we were over there eating snacks and shit. This is just him looking for fucking idols. Yeah. So you think someone
feel like
wants
this
to
would be a hilarious moment, like after he wastes his idol. Why did he again that you're
When we have the dinner, we're going to tell him whatever he wants between you and
me and new Matt? Yeah. Oh yeah, you're doing good going.
That's, I guarantee that's the
yeah, you're not on the hit list though.
That's exactly what you say if I was on the hit list.
Max has become a wild card and he's been totally consumed by paranoia, and I'm not quite sure how to even communicate with him at this point, to be completely honest. I have never lied to him except for having immunity, which I didn't even lie about. He asked me if I had one, I said yes, it's in my pocket. And he asked me to show it, I said no. That's not a lie. This guy voted for me once.
Max has just been in a tizzy all day, and Scott was going around just like telling like, hey Max, Benton said your name. Hey Benton, Max said your name. Hey Mike, Max and Benton are having a lot of problems. You should vote for Max, and just like swirling all this stuff out of nowhere that has completely driven Max insane.
Cheers. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
To your victory.
Happy to do it. So good. So much better than peanut butter sandwiches 3 times a day.
A lot of times on new map, which I do think it's an easy one. Is just knock that out and just kind of move on with our lives.
It seems like everybody's basically on board, but obviously such a challenge threat.
Nice guy, but
The only thing.
really worried about old Matt. Old Matt just has way too much control and like advanced knowledge of like the current situation that it makes me a little bit uneasy that really at any time like I can be his target.
And I don't want to lose like sight of Benton. Benton scares me. I feel like he's intentionally taking kind of a back seat the last like 2 hours or so, but I think there's still a lot going on and I just don't want to like slip under. So I just wanted to kind of like touch base because you and I haven't had a chance to like talk any strategy.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to like clear the air that that wasn't at any point because I wasn't interested in working together. It's just sort of like the votes have never like steered us into a conversation.
Exactly, yeah.
But like we're getting to the point where they could. So I just want to kind of like check in, see how you're feeling about things and like establish some contact.
Yes.
I think I've done a really good job of making lots of players feel comfortable with me and feel that we are especially close.
I've been talking with Ellen a lot. I really like her. I like working with her.
Ellen seems great. It's like we haven't had a lot of chance to talk yet because we haven't been on the same tribes or anything.
Yeah.
But she seems awesome and very open to working with her.
Okay.
Who are you closest with right now?
I honestly don't know.
I feel like I'm in a similar position. I feel like Kate and Mike obviously, and Kate and Max obviously are like real.
I actually really am not sure where exactly Mike stands.
I know, and I feel like that it gets in such a very touchy situation, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I really like working with Kate. I'm just saying, like, theoretically, she has like 2 very close allies. I'm like, I don't have any. So I'm like, you want to just like kind of stick together and do things. So
Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. Old Matt and I like have been just like chatting.
Yeah.
I don't fully trust him to be honest.
that's what I was gonna say too.
We have a pledge not to lie to each other.
We're giving the impression to other players that we don't trust each other, but we're sharing information, working together.
Matt and I are playing a game like very much like we want to work together until it doesn't make sense to, and like neither of us fully trust the other person. I did find what is now my second idol down by the pond down there, and I will probably play the first one pretty liberally.
Focus is pointed at new Matt. Honestly, I'm just kind of relieved not to have it on me after all the bullshit I pulled last round. We're feeling pretty good. Oh God, I'm having flashbacks to what I said last year when I thought everything was good.
When you feel secure, that's the moment it could all flip on you on a dime.
Right, so I think we are gonna blindside Scott.
I think I'm good, but when you think you're good, when you got just like last year.
It will be a little bit of a blindside.
I don't feel like anything real has really come out of his mouth to me. So
Yeah, like things he's been telling me isn't are not.
He also called himself Switzerland last round. We were the ones spreading all these lies.
I got 2 votes last round. My name was brought up a lot. I thought that I would be pretty screwed this round. It sounds like there's a way out for me. It's never over till the fat lady sings.
There's no chance he has an ally. I think we should do one to decide.
If we decide to do that, let's just keep it between us and just one of us do it.
I like that idea. Kate really is interested in getting new Matt out next. I don't know if I'm interested in that, but her casting her vote for new Matt tonight is a way for us to build some trust.
I'm in with you guys. Look, you were my day 1.
I know.
You were my day 2.
Today's day
We can take ourselves far.
If we vote as a block.
I've got the mother of all moves, so I found a hidden immunity idol. Looks like new Matt's on the chopping block. So I thought to myself, you know, I can either wait it out, wait for new Matt to be gone, and just like maybe play it next round. But instead, I'm gonna give it to new Matt and have him play it, and then flip it onto Max and get him out.
He told me that if I voted for Max, he would give me this ring so I could play it for myself.
Max has been making me nervous. He's too powerful. I just wanted to be bold. And Max is a threat. He's got too much power, and I want to blindside him. And I feel like this is the only mood bold enough to really get them.
So there's a ring that David brought to us, and he was like, I found this ring, it was on the bathroom counter. We were all pretty sure it was just a regular ring that he just found. Just now, Scott showed new Matt, from the description, what I think to be the very same ring, and said it was an immunity idol.
You feel okay? I always feel a little nervous when it just seems really straightforward. You think I'm about to get fucked up? I haven't heard anything. I'm having flashbacks to last year. It's like, I feel good. Do you feel good?
Yeah. No, I think it's...
Yeah, I think I'm good.
And we're back. Let's start with the last tribal council. Max, do you think there was any fallout from that last vote?
I don't think there was fallout that will affect this vote. I think it was pretty straightforward. And I think this one's pretty straightforward.
You saw, does that look like the straightforward votes usually have everybody, that looked pretty scrambly to me, but I think everyone knows who they're voting for.
I would hope so at this point, but we'll see.
Do you feel like this vote's straightforward in the sense that there's a consensus?
Yeah, I think so. Sure.
Scott, who's running the show right now?
Honestly, I feel like when you feel like you're running the whole show, that's when you're in the most danger. It's very dangerous to stand out too much. So I feel like the people who are running the show are the people who are not standing out the most.
Do you feel like the people who are standing out are the targets right now?
I'm a loud dude. I'm pretty boisterous myself. Like, that's not a safe thing to be. And everyone's looking for somebody to pick. So.
Big reaction from Kate. What do you think about that?
I just thought it was funny because one person came to mind when he said that.
Yeah, it took me a full second to realize we were talking about yourself and not me.
Benton, are you at the point in this game where you're starting to think more about who you want with you later in the game?
I think next round is where things are going to get a little bit interesting when we're down to 8. People are about to be hurt.
Matt, what's your read on that? Do you think there's going to be a big difference between this vote and the next vote in terms of the intensity of the wounds that are inflicted?
Yeah, I think next vote is going to be very different than this vote in a lot of ways.
Just to unpack that, is one of the ways, the perceived group consensus element?
I think that's part of it, that there does seem to be widespread agreement about tonight's vote. I also think as the numbers get lower, we move into 8 players left and 7 players left, your thinking starts to shift more toward the end of the game.
How are people thinking about the ability to win challenges right now?
I consider myself pretty confident, I'll say that, but not confident in any given challenge. I mean, I got destroyed on this footsie game. I think that I consider myself a confident person.
An outward confidence sometimes can put other people on edge, and you do make a target for yourself oftentimes.
Are you making decisions based on keeping around people who you can trust or you think will be loyal to you?
People that I can trust, for sure. I will always do better with accurate information. During that tribal, when I had to use my idol, I was told that I was the target and going to be voted out. And despite that person telling me that he was going to vote me and that I was the leader, that gave me enough time to prepare to try to come up with an alternative plan. So despite that, I felt like that loyalty was gone. That truthfulness helped me in the end.
Do you think that it's important to really have as many open channels of communication as possible? Or do you think you have your people who you can count on to tell you what's going on?
I think I have a little bit of both, but honestly, any information I would consider is good information. It helps you draw a better conclusion of the overall picture of what's going to happen during each tribal.
This one's feeling like a settled energy. And maybe the only thing left to do is execute. We'll get to the vote.
I'm sorry. I just felt like we weren't working together.
他说中文，但是他得去。
There's a couple straggler votes. Really want to put down Max here and just spook him a little bit.
If it's not Scott, it's probably me, so I sure hope it's Scott. Voting Mike, the idea is that we have a contingency plan. I'll be honest, I'm flying by the seat of my pants here, and I just hope it's not me.
Scott, you crazy fucker. What are you doing out there, man? I do hope that ring is real.
I think that when you went for Benton, you should have finished the job, and since you didn't, I think it's your turn.
I've tallied the votes. After I read the votes, the decision will be final. It'll be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol or advantage, now would be the time to play.
I have a wedge.
Stop. Oh my god.
So I will say I don't know what this is, but I have this. Is this an immunity idol?
This is not an immunity idol. This is a ring.
I have like $5 cash.
Do you want the ring or
No one else?
Okay.
I'll give you the votes.
Okay.
First vote. Scott. Mike.
With authority. Exclamation.
Third vote. Max. One vote Scott, one vote Mike, one vote Max. Scott. It's 2 votes Scott, 1 vote Mike, 1 vote Max. New Matt. 2 votes Scott. New Matt, Mike, Max. Scott, that's 3 votes. And next person voted out of Survivor, Scott. That's enough. Come, bring me your torch. Scott, your tribe has spoken.
Pleasure.
Love you, Scott.
Yeah, love you, Scott. The numbers are narrowing.
Yes, so yeah.
And the lines are becoming clearer.
Yet another game where I thought I had everything under control, and when I felt the most comfortable, that was when everyone flipped on me. I went a little too hard last round with my immunity and just kind of abused it. You know, I think I just got a little too fixated on taking out Max, and he was too strong and he took me out instead. If you aim for the big dogs, you better not miss. So I missed.